Hello everyone! Welcome to Badass ABCs for Adults by Happiness Homemade for You. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel and for liking us on Facebook. This is lesson number 1. Get ready to learn the letters of the alphabet.
This is lesson X1. Capital X, lowercase x, X is for XYZ cocktail, X, Y, Z, cocktail, C-O-C-K-T-A-I-L. Here we go, alphabet identification for the letter X. X, which is a pretty cool, serious letter. Not too many words in the English language start with the letter X. Very simple shape. We see it all the time when we see something we're not supposed to do. So I think a lot of us associate this shape with very seriousness, very high levels of seriousness. Okay. The letter X says its name, as in X-ray, but more often you'll see that it has a Z sound, which is the same sound that the letter Z makes. X as in xylophone. Xylophone. It's kind of an instrument, percussion instrument. So finding a cocktail that started with the letter X was quite difficult, and the only one I could find was called an XYZ cocktail. And I don't know why it's called an XYZ. Nothing in here starts with an X or a Y or a Z. But got some rum and some triple sec and some lemon juice. That's going to be a pretty simple cocktail, and which is quite fitting because we are at the end of the alphabet. So it's going to be simple. Mix it, shake it, and you're right. That was an X when I say mix, mix. That is an X at the end of mix, M-I-X. So it does have a X sound. All right, here we go. What's our main element? Main element. These have decorative things in the middle. Thankfully, our lowercase x is the same exact shape, just half the size. Main element. Is that cross in the middle? Main element. Cross it in the middle. Cross in the middle. Cross in the middle. That was an interesting way to do that. As if there's two arrows. That's another way to look at an X. Crossed in the middle. All right, how to sign an X? No, I have no way for this to stick in your mind because it doesn't look like an X in my mind in any way. But basically, you're making a fist and put your thumb in that fist, and then you're going to do this curved shape with your pointer finger. I don't know how that is an X, but that is what an X looks like when you're signing it. All right, let's go ahead and let's practice writing this X, which I think is pretty darn easy for you at this time. See you in a moment. Alrighty, here we go, my dears. We are on the letter X, and we are going to just do 2 marks. Just like we did with the V, only we're going to move those lines over so that they cross in the middle. 1 line, 2 line. That line in the middle is decorative. 1 line, cross it with the other. That one had a decorative line. Here's our lowercase x. Here we go. They went a little bit funky, being off center, but you know that it's an X because it is the only letter in the alphabet that has these points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. X. Top go down, top down, cross it in the middle. Cross it in the middle. In the middle! Don't go anywhere else but the middle. Okay, let's see. We still got another set of fonts to look at? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I almost feel like you guys got this on your own. You're like, I am badass. I already know how to do this, Tatiana. All right, well, thanks for sticking with me if you are, but please feel free to be a badass and work ahead. Here we go. If you're sticking with me, let's sing it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. That's where we are. All right, let's cross it out. Got my arms crossed in front of me. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Top to bottom, cross in the middle. Top to bottom, cross in that middle. Wow, look at that perfect diamond. Can you see that? Left to right, right to left, cross it in the middle. Left to right, right to left, crossed in the middle. Let's practice this on our handwriting worksheet and see how it's different for Denelian. All right, the only thing I can see that's different is they just made it smoother. They made it a little bit more with a sachet in there to get you ready and flowing for cursive handwriting. All right, let me see. Whoopsie, change my size over here. Okay, same exact thing, but we're just going to give it that little tail so that it's ready to move into other letters as we move into cursive. So we start at the top and give it that little sachet and hit it with a hardcore right. Right? All right, left hook and right on the chin. Okay, let's go. We go for a right hook, okay, and then get serious on the way back. Okay, same thing on the lower case. Right hook, excuse me, and the left is an uppercut. Crunch. Here we go, one more time. Give it a right hook and get very serious. Right? You're like, what is this shape happening? It's a right hook. Boom! It's an X. All right, super easy. I don't recall anything different with cursive. Let's see what happens. Excuse me. Let's see. Yep, same thing. I'm telling you guys are like racing towards the end. You're so good at this stuff already. Okay, let me see, grab my brush. And then I can change my size. There we go. Okay, so here we go. We're going to add those cursive elements that we're used to now. We're going to have a lead in with a tail. Same thing here is your X is going to have a lead-in leash that if you're starting a sentence with or starting a word with X, you're not going to have that lead-in leash. Okay, here we go. We're going to lead in, hit the top, hit the bottom, and then get serious on the back. All right. Starting at the bottom, we're going to get up to the, oh, whoops, let me put a little bit closer to the line. Here we go. Starting at the bottom, lead up to that midline, and then we lead into our X. I said I'm an X, y'all. Get that sword across the middle, sword across the chest there. Let's try it 2 more times. Do the lead in with the hook and get that sword across the chest. Here we go. Lowercase, same thing. Whoop. Made it a little bit too short. That's all right. And some serious on the back end. Okay, one more time. Hit the top, at the bottom, give it that hook, and get serious on the back end. One more time. A little bit of a swish and serious. Okay, cool. You guys have rocked and rolled right through the letter X, and yeah, X is going to have a little bit of funky stuff about it. You know, it isn't used in the English language very often, but it is there. So join us for the phoneme boot camp. Learn about the X, and what else was I going to say? Oh, that's right. So if you're just sticking with all of the lesson ones, I will see you in the letter Y. All right. Or see you for the cuss word of the day. Good grief, that's going to be an interesting one. What is a cuss word? Starts with X. All right. We will discover that mystery soon. See you in a few.
Thank you for watching Badass ABCs by Happiness Homemade for You. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook.
ABC.